Welcome back, class. We're going to learn some more about percentages in this episode, and it's actual real-life math that you need to know to buy things and use money and all that good stuff. So let's kick it off with a little video clip.
Hernando is over the moon. Hey, get back here, Hernando. It was a figure of speech. He loves do-it-yourself projects, and he just landed a part-time job at the hardware store. He gets an awesome employee discount, and he's already learning stuff he never knew before. Like, here's something he'd never thought about before. Hernando's boss buys drills for $35 each. But he needs to make a profit, so he marks up the price on the drills by 60% before selling them. So, now Hernando has to work out what sticker price to put on the drills he's just displayed in the window. In this lesson, you'll learn how to rewrite markup markdown expressions to solve problems like this one.
Okay. Go ahead and pause, add this to your table of contents, create a new entry. All right, so in the last lesson we found percent increase and decrease, and this time we're going to use a percent increase or decrease to find a new amount, and those new amounts are called the markup and the markdown. So a bar model can be a good way of visualizing percents. For example, this whole bar represents 300, and it is 100% of whatever, like it's 100%, it's the whole thing. So if we wanted to find 125% of 300, how could we do that with this model? Well, we can take this and we can see like how big are the sections. Well, each section is 25% of 300. So we could break this 300 up into 4 sections, and that would be 75 each. And then, so if we want to know what 125% is, then we would need to add another 75 on, and we could see that our total would be 375. So 25% of 300 is 75, and then when we tack that on, we get the 125%, which is 375. So let's see how that works with marking something up. So say this gum right here costs $1, and we have 100% of what it takes to buy it, which means we have the $1 it takes to buy it. We want to make some money, so we want to sell this pack of gum and make a profit. We want to mark it up by 50%. That means we're going to take the price and increase it by 50%. So how much are we going to sell it for? So let's use a bar model. This represents our gum, and we want to mark it up by 150%. So what would go in each section? What is 50% of $1? Well, it's 50 cents. So if we added another section on, that'd be adding another 50 cents. And so our new selling price would be $1.50. And go ahead and pause and copy this down. This is exactly what stores do to make money. They put a markup on something. It gives them an increase in price, and it makes a profit for them. So the way we calculate a retail price, what you pay in the store, is you take the original price, whatever the store paid for it, plus the markup that they apply, so that way they can make money, and then that gives us what you pay when you go to the store. So go in the other direction. Everybody loves a sale, right? Markdown is the fancy math way of saying sale. And it's just how much is it marked down to get to that sale price. So here's another bar model. So what if an $80 super expensive sweater was on sale for 60% off? It's probably the only way I would buy an $80 sweater. Well, if we think of, okay, we want the 60% of it, the rest of it would be 40%. So if we're going to take 60% off, we'd be left with 40%, and that would give us the sale price. So if we thought about breaking it into 10 chunks of 8 to give us the $80, you know, so we can have percent. So like 60% would be 6 of those 8s, and 40% would be 4 of those 8s. And so it would be $48 off, and what we would actually pay would be $32. Go ahead and copy that down. So remember, a markdown is a decrease in price. And the way we get a sale price is you take the original price minus the markdown, and then that's going to tell us how much we pay for something when it's on sale. All right, so bar models are cool and all, but like they take some time to draw. So when we say 40% of a number, how can we find that number quickly without doing all this business? So what do we do to that amount to find the sale price? Well, hopefully you've kind of figured it out by now. You find the amount of the markup or the markdown by multiplying the percent by the original, and we need to turn that percent into a decimal. For markup, keyword up here, we're going to add, and for markdown, we're going to go down, we're going to subtract. Okay, so watch me. A store marks up the price of its clothing items by 45% so they can make a profit and stay in business. What is the selling price of a shirt that costs $12? What's the retail price of jeans that cost $21? Selling price, retail price, same thing. So if it costs the store $12 for the shirt and they want to mark it up 45%, they're going to start by multiplying that by 45% as a decimal. So we move the decimal 2 times to the left to convert it into a decimal. And so if I take my calculator and go 12 times 0.45, I get 5.4, which in money land is $5.40. And since it's markup, I'm going to add that on. So I'm going to take my $12 plus my $5.40, and that's going to give me a grand total of $17.40. And since it's money, I'm going to make it look like money. Okay, that's for the shirt. What about the jeans? All right, well, the store pays $21 for the jeans. They need to make money. They got to pay their employees, pay their rent, pay their electricity bill, all that good stuff. So they're going to mark it up 45%. So that's 45% as a decimal. So I'm going to take my $21, times it by 0.45 using my calculator, and I'm going to get $9.45. That's not what they're going to sell it for. That's how much money they want to make. So if they're going to make that much money, they need to add that on to the $21 that they already paid for it. And so when they make the little tag for the store that tells you how much it costs, it would be $30.45 for that pair of jeans. All right, pause, copy this down. Let's work one together. All right, retail price of an item is $12.40, or we want to find the retail price, excuse me. So it costs the store this much, and we want to mark it up 55%. So we're going to find the amount of the markup by multiplying by the percent as a decimal. And the way we turn a percent to a decimal is we move the decimal twice. Okay, so calculators are totally fine here. 12.4 times 0.55, and we get 682. But again, they're not going to sell it for 682 because they would be losing money. They're going to add that on to the $12.40 that they paid for it. And again, calculators are totally fine. And we get a grand total of $19.22. And since we're talking money in this problem, let's throw a $sign on that thing. Boy, I need to work on that, don't I? All right, next one, selling price. So if we want to know the selling price, if the store pays $3.70 for something, and they're charging an 80% markup, we're going to multiply by 0.8 or 0.80 if that makes you happy. The extra 0 at the end doesn't change anything. We're going to go 3.7 times 0.8, and we're going to get a markup of $2.96. And again, that's not the end of it. Step 2, since we're marking up, we need to add that on. So we have the 370 that they started with, plus the 296 that they want to make by selling whatever the heck this is. So then I'm going to press plus 3.7. Ooh. And they're going to sell it for $6.66. All right. Go ahead and pause. I want you to try one on your own. Report back to me when you come in tomorrow. Let's, you know what? I'm feeling good about that. Let's just stop there. Okay, make sure you tried that one problem on your own on the scratch paper, and I will see you in class tomorrow. Don't be afraid to ask me any questions that you might have. All right, get a good night's sleep, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.